What's happening, guys? Thanks as always for passing by the channel, much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Don't forget as well, please, to like and share the videos. Big thank you to everyone who's been doing that so far. It's another boxing weekend. Didn't film one last week because I think UFC was on, but I wasn't able to catch up with it. Been very busy at work recently. But there's been so much been going on in the boxing world, especially with the whole AJ Fury Wilder kind of nonsense. The fight was announced, then Wilder's come in, he's won the case. Now it's like, is Fury fighting Wilder? Is he fighting AJ? It's just that is just an absolute mess. So put that on one side, focus on Josh Taylor versus Jose Ramirez, which is a fight I'm buzzing for. I'm excited for this one. It's a huge fight for a number of reasons. It's a world title fight at 140, a unification fight, number one versus number two in the division. Both fighters putting their undefeated record on the line, and it's a big fight for British boxing as well, because we've not been doing so well recently, especially over in America. We've had Billy Joe, Callum Smith, and a few others go over there and lose. So generally, I think it'll be good to just finally see a British fighter doing well. This fight's epic for me. It's one of the top 5 fights which I wanted to see in 2021. Like, I made a video on that at the start of the year. With how it's been going, this could be the only one of those 5 fights that we see, but either way, that's enough for me, because I love this fight. 2 great fighters, 2 great fighting styles, an orthodox versus a southpaw. Josh Taylor is one of my favourite fighters, like, today. That's not just because he's Scottish like me, but because I think he's an incredible talent. I think he's a top 10 pound for pounder already. I think he sneaks in that number 9, number 10 bracket. And I think it goes without saying that he's one of the best fighters that the UK has to offer right now. There's Fury and Joshua, which are kind of the obvious ones, but I'd have Josh Taylor immediately under them two. It's really quite a shame, because the UK has hardly any world champions right now. We've got AJ and Fury, obviously, Josh Taylor, Lawrence Okoli, recent champion, and Sonny Edwards. But I suppose we've got Eubank Jr. and Dillian White, but they're interim champions, so I'm not counting them. We've got 5 world champions. I mean, like, a few years ago, they were 2016, 2017, we had like 10, had like Tony Bellew, Billy Joe, Callum Smith, Josh Warrington, Carl Frampton, Liam Smith, George Groves. Like, man, we need some more British world champions, and I think this fight could be very similar to Josh's fight versus Prograis, because I think it will be one which goes the distance. I think it will come down to who can maintain the pressure, who can dictate the pace of the fight, who can make the adjustments. Josh Taylor, like I said, one of my favourite fighters. I think he's got one of the best jabs in boxing right now, just in my opinion. One thing he's very good at is he is able to box from range, which is what I think he'll need to employ here. I don't want to see him on the back foot as much as he was against Prograis, because some people have said, I've seen a few kind of articles where they've said that they felt that Prograis won that fight. And whilst I don't think that, I think Josh did win it. I can understand there's an argument against why Prograis might have won it. If you think Prograis won it, that's fair enough. Ramirez is not like Prograis. He has a good style. He's a rugged, rough and tough Mexican. He can be open to being caught sometimes, but I suppose Taylor can. Josh has got the height and reach advantage in this fight, which he will need to use as best he can, really. Like I said, Ramirez is known for his body work, which could be a game plan of his. And like I said, if Josh gets caught out with some of that body work, it could spell a bit of trouble for him. Because Prograis was able to land on him, actually, in his fight with Taylor, so that could be a little game plan for him. Josh Taylor can fight on the inside himself, can he? Well, he's able to throw punches and bunches now and then, like we've seen that against the way he finished off Ryan Martin in their fight. That was a pretty good finish, but I think fighting on the inside here is very risky because of Ramirez's experience and style of fighting. From a distance, I think that's where Josh is easily at his strongest, to control this fight, control the tempo, the rhythm, use that jab and range to just keep Ramirez back and away. Ramirez hasn't fought that many southpaws in his time, which is, a good thing. That left hand could literally be the difference between Josh winning and not winning here. Because Ramirez can still box himself. He's an Olympian for a reason. I'm not going to overlook the fact that he'll be able to box Josh, his last couple of fights against Postel and Zepeda both went the distance. He was able to grind out a couple of good wins there. Whereas Josh fought that guy who just literally came for a payday back in September. So stylistically, it's like watching two guys who almost nullify each other. One's okay on the inside, better from range, whereas the other one's not bad, a good boxer, but much better on the inside. Both unbeaten world champs who've cleaned up 140. Great fight. So, who I think will win, I'm trying to be a bit I'm trying not to be biased. Obviously, I want Josh to win, but I think that he can, and I think that he will. I know he's the away fighter in this one. Obviously, he's fighting in America, which is not easy, but I think he does have the tools to win. Not that I don't think Ramirez can't cause Josh some problems. No, I think Ramirez will be tough, very tough. Like I said, Ramirez is rugged. He knows, he's got experience. Josh will have to work to break him down. Like I said, Ramirez's last wins against Postel and Zepeda showed that he was able to just grind out a win. So I'm not sure if we'll see any knockdowns in this fight or a knockout. I think it will go the distance, and I think it will come to the judges' scorecards, which Josh will need to keep in mind, because US judges, I don't want to say anything bad, but can be a bit dodgy. But I'm sticking with Josh because his resume shows that he's faced the more unbeaten fighters recently. He has stepped up. Like, his fight with Prograis was unbelievable. The O'Hara Davis fight for me is still my favourite. That performance was phenomenal. So I think Josh will stay on the outside, use his jab as best he can. He's got good foot movement as well, like he did against Prograis. Just basically try and avoid at all costs turning this into a phone booth fight, make it awkward for Ramirez. Like I've said, these Mexicans, they don't play boxing. They want it to be like that because that is their style. So I'm going with Josh to win by points. I don't think it'll be unanimous though, because I think I can see Ramirez winning some rounds. So I will go majority decision, and then who knows, he's cleaned up 140. Perhaps we could see him move into 147 after that, which would be absolutely amazing. So hope you enjoy the fight. Good luck to both lads, especially Josh. Bring home the titles for Scotland, Josh. Also, good luck to Hibernian tomorrow in the Scottish Cup final. Hopefully get another cup in the bag. I'll see you all next time after the fight's happened. Peace, everyone. Peace out.